Alright, so I did want to try this other one that was looking like it'd be pretty chill. The sort of strongest combo in the game, by my estimation. So let's hit it. Right, a lot of echoes for the start, some heal. These starters, I'd be tempted to do Decayer over Corruptor. Soul Siphon's really good with Decayer, not that amazing with Corruptor. Heal is probably better with Decayer. Decayer's way worse than Patient, though. Well, we'll see. We might not have a choice. Darn it, we have to make a choice. Is it way worse than Patient? I feel like it sure is. If I get Soul Crushing Guilt, it's fine, but otherwise could definitely be an issue. Certainly if you wanted to go for score, Decayer would be the way to go. I'm just gonna do Corruptor. I think it's safer here for me. Banners would be good if I go Keeper of Echo. I highly doubt I'm going Keeper of Echo here, though. Highly doubtful. Still might be better than such a bad artifact as Hammered Chestplates, though. Yeah, let's do Banners. I can work with that. Trying to think, kill the backline or put Reap there. I think Reap here is probably better. I could have healed that as well, but either way, we're just crushing it here. Alright. Shelter's probably fine, but also potentially useless. Heals would overwrite that. The unit draft and 2 Awoken Banners. Don't think I need to take anything here. And the shelter, I guess. Not minded either of them. We have leeway to take non-pink stuff. We have 2 Bounding Echoes and we're Corruptor. I just don't think Vine Grasp is going to be that good. I like some more heals. Haha, Glugsider. I mean, I have Soul Siphon. I'm tempted just to do it for the memes. Obviously, Shattered Shell's what you should pick here, but let's live a little. Fucking Glugsider, let's go. I can still pick up an Awoken unit. So hopefully Temples are a little later. Alright, we can go Animus for now. Really? Well, now I wish I took the Vine Grasp. I could just get the Glugsider there. Maybe eventually get a Restoring Retreat. As much as it pains me, I don't know that this is a Sketches run. Kind of defeats the purpose of a Corruptor. Certainly I wish I was Decayer now. There's no way I'm beating the score of the people that went Decayer and Sketches. But, tempted to still just go Sketches. I could still get a Vine Grasp. It's not out of the question. Probably just do a Trader's Quill. Damn. Just couldn't find the spice. And we're pretty sad to have not gotten our Shattered Shell. I mean, these are just really bad for me. I don't even know that multi-strike's worth buying here. We're gonna go left there. I suppose we could. I don't necessarily want to go quick into Patient. Glugsider will help a lot against Patient to just have another floor. Steals are really fucking bad. I think I'm just going to settle for a Battle Stone. It's going to destroy my my thing, but that's fine. And I may even just, like we want the stuff there to come back to you. We come back to that. I might be able to keep her alive. If I can do that, I should. Don't know if we'll be getting Glugsider. Glugsider, nothing there. To be expected, I guess. With the Trader's Quill, I am tempted to take that Shelter. And the fact that I have a pretty squishy Animus, which may not end up being my unit, but... If I go Husk, I would, even though I have the multi-strike, I would transition to Husk and just put the Animus into it. Perfect. So I will absolutely do this now. Oops, this way. Now I'm free to still get quick or another multi. at the very last thing. But we'll intrinsic this. Now Glugsider's on the table. We're gonna have 60 shards. Let's go. A Dante as well. I don't think I'm doing Dante. There, this is one of the most blessed seeds I've ever seen in my life. This is ridiculous. Don't think we remove consume. Hold over. Don't really have a good one, unfortunately. 10, one of them. We're at 60 shards. I'll crush it because of Glugsider, but I don't want to take chances necessarily. Right. Here, let's give you some echoes there. I'm gonna let that come back. Try to double up the... I could regen down here. Try to get a bottom floor kill, I suppose. When we do that. This will kill all that. It's so rough that Glugsider doesn't hit the whole floor. Let's get you some heals. I'm not gonna redraw, so let's just keep putting some hurt on Datey. Got him. Intrinsic on this might be okay. Hell's Banners. Take it. So much good stuff. I don't really see us needing that though. I think just draw. I could see Ember. Hit magic there, magic there. I'll go Ember. Power 10 Pierce. It's very unlikely to be useful, but so is this. I've already got the banners, so I'm already getting energy on turn 1. What about Kinhost Vessel into Glugsider? Then I'll get some AoE reap. That's a pretty stupid one. I'm tempted to do it though, this is just a stupid run. Let's do it. I'm fucking doing it. which is possibly the screenshot for this one. Okay. We've been reckless enough here. I have to imagine I'm good on the stealth boss without these stewards. I also need to remember that I can actually heal Glugsider by inspiring. It's like the most little thing that kind of gets overlooked. Do I go Glug mid? This is a pretty fucking bad draw. I think we need to, unfortunately. At this point we can do this. Gotta give him at least some attack. The rest will go here. I think we'll go up there with that. Inspire here. As much reap here as possible. Yeah, got him. I'm already calling Glugsider better than frickin' Bogfly Chrysalis. The Bog Deep Cocoon, I mean. So the Ember upgrade would be a bit better, having taken the Ancient Resonance. Let's take that. Definitely taking that. This seed is good. Double stack. Let's check the caverns. I could put 2 Wildwood Saps and double stack them. That would be like 20 regen. I think that's the best, right? The other option was double shelter. I think I like this one more. It's a dirty Nexus Spike. Should definitely make it less. A -2 would be nice. I mean, I guess the other option is I could just -2 the rail spike, if anything, honestly. Is that pretty good? Feel like it is. You know, it's just a free route and inspire every turn at no draw cost to me. Seems like a good thing. I could bring this down by 1, that way if I draw it with Rail Spike it's playable. Fractures are honestly not going to be that needed. I take that money? I don't think so, we're going Hellvent. I can get my shards through some just good upgrades. I took a Glugsider and stuff, like, I don't want to mislead you. I've really handicapped myself here in the long run, so I don't really want to lose the run. But, let's see what we can do here. It is Stealth Boss. Alright. We would want to go bottom here with Gluggy Wuggy. I can kill all of them here. I gotta say, the Trader's Quill has been quite good this run. We can just start this. This is how we'll kill Stealth Boss, bottom floor. This thing here pretty much ensures victory otherwise. He should be giving you at least some attack. Gotta cash in on our stuff after all. Fucked that up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we're just gonna kill down here. Oh yeah. Definitely gonna. Get him, Glug. Look at that. Can't even damage the chubby boy. Glug fucking Slider, dude. Here's the thing. Remember how awful that bug Deep Cocoon run was? I had more than the equivalent of, like, intrinsic Soul Siphon. I had, you know, so many, and I still can't get the damn thing to barely work. This thing, all I need is an intrinsic Soul Siphon. That's really it. It just isn't as good as a Titan Sentry, but still, it's way better than a Bog Deep Cocoon. I stand by it. I say Glugsider is better than Bog Deep Cocoon. Do we take Revenge of the Damned? When I already have an Ancient Resonance. I don't know. This thing already wants piercing. It would be a good plus 30. I don't think we need it. Got a lot of regen for the Glugsider. Now, I don't want to underestimate how much removal still kind of is needed, though. I think we'll take it. It's pink. This is a skip. Now, I could have maybe gone for a bottom floor setup. That might have been worth considering, but it's just so hard to do with Restoring Retreat. Okay, those are not what I wanted to see. So I could go for 2 of these. Go the minor refraction. Or I don't know. I'm against patient. I think I still want to split my floors, so I think I just go minor. I don't know. There's really nothing here. It's like the minor refraction doesn't really help me with the Husk Hermit. I'm not going to set up mid. And the major would make Glug too big to fit on the floor. So unfortunately, this is that rare time where just skipping here kind of makes sense. I mean, minor and the Husk could be okay. I guess I would Hellvent it and would hope to... I mean, I could do that and just sandwich in between for Corruptor or Patient. Then just one of them can hopefully get quick. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. I don't know that there's much point in Hellventing it right now. I mean, it does add a decent amount of power. Kinda just want to Hellvent the Nexus Spike. Be best to Hellvent the unit after it has like some upgrades. So why don't we Hellvent something else? I'm tempted to just do this Nexus Spike. If I'm worried about Relentless, then that's what we want. Do I want to do this on anything? I just don't think so. We can get better stuff hopefully at these upcoming temples. This is a fun seed. I think for this one we can Glug bottom. Damage is a lot. Definitely don't want Glug to die, so I'm putting in that 20 regen now. Also don't want this guy to die either, though. Just have to, so that's dead. Need to get a root seeds here. Root seeds time. So he's good to go. I don't really want to take the AoE damage. Alright, I think... Oh wow. Surprisingly, we actually have to do stuff. I thought at that amount of regen we'd just be killing, but I guess it is... Rage fell on shards, which is 45 damage. So even then, the regen, that crazy amount of regen still ends up dying. 3000 Reap will do it though. Adaptive with Corruptor is incredibly good, so is Unearthed Remains. But yeah, pink adaptive, let's go. I really do want like another Ember honestly, but I think we go draw just to smooth things out a bit. I didn't end up with actually much card draw other than Root Seeds. If it's like Shade Wings, then I might want that. Jesus, we don't actually have... I still really don't need the Fractures, I suppose. And since I did take draw, we do want these cost reductions. Alright, Pierce is there. Just need 5 more shards. I think right there is good enough. We're at 110. We're actually going to get the shards in the Hellvent, but I suppose I don't mind going a little bit more. Do we want to keep these Bounding Echoes? Like, most of my stuff is pink. And the only stuff that's not pink is consumable. There's the Resto Deados, which probably stay in the deck. Keep them for now, I think. Permafrost could go on adaptive. I don't think I need Permafrost. Trying to help my main floor. I mean, we've gotten by killing bosses with Glugsider, but that's not gonna always be the case come endgame. Even with the like, I could have gone Wildwood Sap if I want to go harder into Glugsider. Maybe I just should have. The names. So it is who we thought they were. But we did take that. I think we're fine. Is Glug gonna just die if I put him down this turn? Okay, I hope not. There's your Root Seeds. Alright, they're dying at least. That's good. Obviously we do that. Otherwise, I mean, maybe I could kill this guy. I don't think so. We should get some stuff up here. I guess actually I could have with Trader's Quill. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Definitely gotta get that going. As long as you're still alive. I'll try to kill this thing. Get a good adaptive off up top. this is good enough here. Now we're gaining some health. Could let's do that. Yeah, we should go for the bottom kill, right? Bottom floor kill. Let those come up, but we want to get the bottom floor kill here. Inspire. That should help. Three here to do, so we'll go. Gotcha, living armor. It won't be a long one. Grab some popcorn. Living armor still not to the opening damage of Hammer Boss. Actually never got there. It never got to the opening damage of the Trample Boss. Just putting it in perspective. Second Soul Siphon, maybe. Probably just a skip here. Don't think we want these. I don't really need to Hellvent the unit, but we didn't end up with Soul Crushing Guilt. We don't have a good direct answer to Patient, so we're gonna have to answer him indirectly. I could spell chain the adaptive, maybe. Let's see what we're getting here. Got Endless. I wouldn't mind putting that on Glug. We could add a 25 here. Honestly, that too. That way he's getting his attack in. Okay. I mean, now I'm moving toward just Hellventing the adaptive mutation instead of the husk. It makes sure I can get Glug out more often anyway. I could just large stone this. I don't know that that does anything for me though. Could be that I just want to large stone the Glugsider, but then I can't play it mid-floor. Yeah, I could just large stone here, it's fine. Add the health there. Decayed Decoy. Why not? Why not? I think I'm gonna spell chain this and Hellvent it. I know that brings us to the trample area, but I just think Glug is not gonna win like as much as I'd like it to. It's just not gonna be the thing that wins the game for us. Get rid of one of them, but I think I'll still do this. I will say this though, Glug has carried this run up until now. Alright, this is fine. Honestly, we're gonna be putting adaptive on the Husk Hermit. So I think I put it in the front. Oh yeah, that's pretty good there. So let's do this first. Still taking 63. Got another adaptive though. Want to try to get a flying kill. If I can. So we can go 3. Okay, I don't know that we'll get a flying kill. Glugsider is actually kind of preventing us from it here, but it's all good if it doesn't happen. I'd rather put this up here. Do this just so I get that melee weakness out. Alright, can we get a flying kill here? Maybe. It's gonna be close. Got it. Alright. Still nothing compared to what those Decayer decks are gonna be able to do, but my Glugsider deck is happy with what it can do. I think I still frontline this. It was so nice to rail spike that. I just don't think we can reliably have that happen. It's going to be hard to get that off, but I think we can try to play it on a different turn. This would have been a good turn to do it, but whatever. Damn. We're just gonna have to go with adaptive up here. Should be fine, I think. he should survive. Got the heals coming up. We're just gonna get a flying kill. I'd like to keep Glug alive if I can, though. But we'll give priority to the flying kill here. This last adaptive here. Turns out I couldn't. Maybe. Alright, he technically would live if we get the flank kill up top, so let's go ahead and just do that. Easy peasy. Got him. That was a fun run. Now, we see where Glugsider really doesn't shine right, which is in Divinity. Granted, I could go harder on Glugsider, but Glugsider is not going to win you the game against Divinity, and without quite a lot of help, it's just going to die and not really kill anything. That's certainly where Glugsider just does a nosedive in what it provides in a run. But up until then, Glugsider was fucking money. I hold fast that Bog Deep Cocoon is way shittier. Like metrically shittier. Metric shit tons shittier. I think I would even rather have a Wildwood Sap than a Bog Deep Cocoon. I would definitely make a Consumer of Crowns work more. But there you have it, Glugsider. Granted, by the end, it's always just sweeper and shenanigans. This is, by the way, technically no Frenzy Storm run. I did technically give it to the Animus of Will. But I digress. Still 68k. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So let's see. I'm guessing maybe there's an infinite. Oh, well, there's also just Dante. Which is going to be ridiculous. With, yeah. Corruptor Dante. That certainly works. But was it more fun? I don't think so. I don't think so. What's Bastari got here? Ooh. See, he's going with the Decayer. Now, I don't see an infinite necessarily. It's just a really super fast deck. Yeah, this is what you'd want over Adaptive if you're going Decayer. Also found a Mandibles, which is somewhat nice, but the Decayed Decoy at the end is definitely doing a ton of work too. Echo Seedling could be pretty good if you see you got an Intrinsic Bounding Echoes Spell Chained. You must just be doing it for shards maybe. 2-turn kill. Oh wait, 2-turn boss rush. So it actually took a while to kill Divinity, but it did not take long to kill Seraph. I wonder why he was able to kill Seraph so fast and not Divinity. And I know Divinity has more health, but maybe just draw orders. Five-turned fell. 5-turning fell is pretty good. So this was able to beat that? I guess 7-turn, it all, 290 shards and Divinity. 7-turn to Patient as well. I mean, yeah, probably shouldn't be too surprising. It's a Corruptor with 3 Dantes on the floor. Do they all fit? And they don't all fit. Yeah, they technically don't all fit. I'd be tempted not to large stone here. Like, I wonder if it's got a channel song. I would have been tempted to just fit them all on the floor. I think you could probably get an even faster kill. But that's just splitting hairs. Another Dante run. Ooh, a no banner unit. Decay run. Respect. This is actually like pretty risky, I feel. Just 1 double stacked sapwood. The only removal is Vine Grasp. I'm surprised this wins, to be honest. I think it needs to get pretty good concussive coals off. He removed all of his heals. Especially into Patient. Like, I'll be honest, I don't know how this kills Patient. Like, how does this kill Patient? How are you in... Echo Seedling on the rail spike? I have to imagine you just pick your turn and go in. It's the only way I can see it happening. You'd have the mandibles, you'd have the decay decoy. Yeah, it seems risky to me, but obviously it worked. You have to go in, because it's not really infinite. It's just, I think you either Echo Seedling that, or maybe that. I don't know which one would be better to Echo Seedling. I guess you could Echo Seedling the Wildwood Sap, but even then it's just 30 regen. It's not, that's like not even a hit of Patient. But that's interesting, just to get a very thin deck, I suppose. It does have the improved Firebox. And then the Hell's Banners, but then he's not actually able to proc Hell's Banners. Interesting. Yeah, that deck's a bit interesting to me. Looks like another Decayer deck. Nothing massively different going on. There's a Total Recall, which is kind of interesting. There's me, first Glugsider. You gotta respect me, you know, because I want to toot my own horn here. The Kinhost Vessel Glugsider. Got a Dante. Okay, Wex, I see you. Respect. Double Glugsider. Though he did play it with sketches, I'll allow it. By the way, oh, I'm dumb. Nope, I'm not dumb. I was like, oh, they probably played this with sketches. No, they didn't take sketches. I'm actually super surprised with some of these decks that they didn't take the sketches. Like the Decayer ones in particular. I suppose it makes sense with the Corruptor not to, because you're really banking on finding a restoration detonator, or restoring a tree at that point. But I think with Decayer, I would definitely take the sketches, but I guess it depends on what you saw at that point. But Wex is actually the first one here to take sketches. Has a double Vine Mother Glugsider. I don't know about that. But I mean, I suppose, like, you're gonna waste a lot of those stings, but I suppose it works. With the Bounding Echoes intrinsic. Certainly not a bad 4 to have right above your Decayer. I bet that was a fun deck to play. Co went with the Sweeper and Corruptor. I like it. That's just very, like sticking to the fundamentals, you know. Now, we don't know what their Nexus Spike is because that's still bugged after all these years. This might have been for Patient, I'm thinking. The Restoring Retreat. Otherwise, I don't see it making a whole lot of sense in this deck. Double Keeper with that. And then I guess they just bring the second Keeper down with Restoring Retreat. Pretty nice. That also looks like a fun Decayer deck. Dante but a loss. Glugsider. Vine Mother. And a Keeper. We just got way too many banners. Way too many banners. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. Monkey Punch loses with... I would definitely go the other way here. If you have a Husk and this Animus, I mean, we saw I had this Animus, and I stuck it into the vanilla Husk. Would have absolutely been better. Also, I just wouldn't take it if I went Reap Chief. I would be fine with a Glugsider, perhaps. I can run Decayer and Glugsider on different floors, or if I'm so lucky to later on get a Restoring Retreat, I could put, you know, them on the same floor. Yeah, still, even with this though, I wouldn't go this. I would put Animus into the Husk. Probably go Pip upgrade, at least one Pip upgrade, and put it behind the Glug. And then that might start to make a little more sense. Holdover Fracture doesn't really make sense. I don't mind this holdover, but at 10 it's really not doing anything. I'd rather hold it over at 1 Ember and give it like a plus 30 or something like that. I think the holdovers just weren't put on the right stuff. Other than that, like, it's something that still should potentially win, but it's going to 185 shards and just a little going hard. There was a Carver on this run? Where the hell was that? I would have loved a Carver. But this is the only person that found it. It had to have been the Ring 2. That's my guess. That would be my guess. Helvented Arresto Detto. That's interesting. Unless there was one that came up in the offerings. I don't remember exactly if there was. I mean, I know they had took at least one of these Vine Grasps from an offering, and maybe even Helvented it. But yeah, it's just a little all over the place. It's also like they took sketches with like an endless Kinhus Carapace, like, and at least they were Reap Chief, so it makes a little sense, or it makes more sense, but I don't know. Like, by this point in the game, you kept 4 Stewards with a Sketches deck is just kind of not working for me. Kraz had Dante, but went a little too hard on shards, potentially. I mean, their Dante isn't really good at this point. They probably should have put the Keeper into it, but I don't remember if they would have had time by that point. I feel like they would have. Maybe there was no temple there. Because don't you get Dante here? No, you get Dante here. Yeah. So they died to stealth boss, it looks like, which is not that surprising. There's not really any beef here. You do have chump blockers though, so like honestly it should be stealth boss. Even on that high of shards, I think maybe they just didn't like keep their chump blockers around for the right moment. Or maybe didn't focus enough on building armor on top of all that. Who knows? Who knows? Glugsider Vine Mother. I appreciate the thought. I mean, honestly, it's not horrible. It's essentially a Glugsider that instead of having extract just sacrifices 100 and I guess 20 health for the 4 extract, which in this deck, I don't know, with the starting with a Soul Siphon and having all of that ahead of me, I just wouldn't do this, but certainly if I didn't have a Soul Siphon, or even a, you know, this could probably make more sense. I should have tried maybe self-infusing Glug. The problem then is you have to take a pip upgrade. This is interesting. They're probably just testing around. I mean, they're doing weird stuff here too, like flexing spine sheath paths. So I will always applaud experimentation, but obviously it just doesn't work. 140 is way too hard shards at that point too. Huh. They took Dante. Maybe they're holding on to way too many banners for sure. Like, I like this unit right here. Especially if you're going Decayer. I think just like, why you just don't need that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Just have the one unit. And you draw it. I also, this is wacky. This is completely wacky. Multi-on the Steward. But other than that, like, you know, they kept it at a reasonable amount of shards. I'd rather spread the 30 here. There's some good things, but overall just lacking the right focus. Focus on just one thing, one or two things. Thing Quail, flexing Spine Chief. Again, there's no point to. Sketches with the Corruptor is ambitious, to say the least. There's a shitload of units here too. I gotta say though, you get that Restoring Retreat. Eventually, you could Sketches Corruptor could be insane. Yeah, I think we're kind of just getting down there now. There. A lot of stuff. Interesting, you'll see a lot of the Shattered Shell deaths, and that doesn't surprise me. It's a unit that I think is pretty overrated. There's no way it's better than Husk. It's a great unit, don't get me wrong. It's one of the big three, right? But to see it always kind of rated above Husk is just something I'm not down with. I'll gladly take 20 extra health over a Slay plus 3 any day of the week. Any day of the week. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. That was a pretty fun one. Vehicle Trash Court. You can play that one to your heart's content.